Hello, ladies. Andrea Tarevsky here. So I want to talk to you guys about why it's so important to have stock. And I'm talking about it because even when I first started, I didn't quite understand why it was so important to have stock. I did understand that the more you order, the more of a discount you get, which means the more money you make. So it makes perfect sense to spend enough to get the half off discount, because then as soon as you sell at full price, you make a 50% commission, which is awesome, right? That's pretty good. But you know what? Like, even looking at it a different way, and here's a perfect example, which is why I wish at the time I had more stock. So I did do a party. I was still new, so I didn't want to spend too much money before I made the money. But I did have a party where there were 3 people there. That's it. So nice and small. But those amazing people all wanted 2 or more colors. And I had to tell them for a lot of the colors, oh, I don't have that. Oh, I don't have that, but I can order it for you. Oh, I don't have that either. And more importantly is, when you order, always, always, always order enough so you have a tester. Testers are very important, because if you're going to spend this kind of money on lipstick, you would be the same. You would want to test it first, right? You would want to test it first. And I made that mistake also when I first started, whereas I did have testers, but not for every single color. Like the bright pinks, the bright reds, I didn't have a tester for, because I just didn't think that people would want them necessarily. I did have them to purchase, like if somebody came to me and said, hey, I'm looking for a bright pink, but I didn't have a tester to try out. So make sure to always have testers, because even when I did that same party, I had other colors, but not to test. So they would be looking at the colors that I had, and I would say, oh shoot, I don't have a tester of that. But I have a tester of this one. It's similar, but it's not the same color, right? So people want to test it out. And something else that I've noticed is, even if somebody comes to you and says, I want a neutral, okay? They try a neutral, such as, Bombshell, Bravo, there's First Love, Love It. Those are neutrals. They try a neutral and then they go, oh, this is a little bit too pink for me. Or, oh, the next one's a little bit too brown. You know what? I like how that color looked on her. So can I try that one? And then that's the color that they end up taking. But if they didn't see it on another person, or on themselves, or on your hand, they wouldn't know how nice it looks, because we all know that looking in the bottle is a different color sometimes than what it is on your lips. And depending on the person too, if you're a light skin tone, pink, neutral undertones, if you're a darker skin tone, if you're a medium skin tone, the colors look different. So please, I cannot stress enough, is to have stock, because you don't want to be in the situation where you're at a party and yes, you have sold, say $200 worth of products, but you could have sold $600 worth of product if you had it in stock. Because a lot of these people at the parties, at least for me, they seem to come from out of town. So they have made the trip, but they're kind of like, well, I don't want to pay for shipping, and I don't want to order it from you and get it in 2 weeks. Like, I'll just take what you have, but I'll only take this color for now, since you don't have the other ones. Whereas if you had the other colors, you would have made more money. So you do have to spend money to make money, but it pays off, because that's how you make the money, right? I do tell some people on my team that, if they just absolutely can't spend the money first, to take pre-orders. So to advertise in their Facebook page the colors that are on the website, and then if they want them, they can order them too. But the thing is that people want to see it on you. So if you aren't showing them that you love LipSense and that you're wearing it, they won't want to buy it. It's true. That's what happens to me, and that's what happens to me all the time. When I have stuff like in stock, people want it. They love looking through what I have in stock. I tend to have like a stock party, like at my house, for like a couple hours once a month, once every 2 months sometimes. And, I just tell people to come on over, see what I have, try some testers, and that's it. And they always end up picking more than one color. And then I say, well, why don't you try this? And then why don't you try that? You know, and then they go, oh, I like that too. Yeah, sure. Why not? Here's my MasterCard, you know. So it does help to have stock. That's what helps for me, okay? And I always wish that I have more stock when I first started, but now I make sure that I have a ton of stock. I always order enough, and every time that a new color comes out, even if you don't like the color for yourself, order at least 4, okay? At least 4. I tend to order at least 6, but then that way, one color for you as a tester and one color, you know, that same color use as a tester at parties so that people can see what it looks like. And then you have obviously some to sell, because if you only order, say, 2 of each color, well, of each color you should have a tester, so that only leaves 1 to sell. So if 3 people want it, you have to say, oh shoot, I don't have it, but let me order it for you. It's going to take a week to 2 weeks. That might be fine, but I just find it's so much better to have stock. So I hope that helped you guys. If you guys have questions, please let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.